Hey everyone. One sales challenge that keeps coming up on facilitation after facilitation is lead times and how you actually communicate that to customers. Many salespeople are reticent, some even fearful to tell people what the truth is. Couple of things. Number one, in regards to lead times, in regards to supply chain issues, this is the new normal, and it's going to be the new normal for a significant period of time. So we need to be able to, as salespeople, communicate this effectively today. And the first thing for all salespeople to remember is you're not alone. Everyone has exactly the same sales challenge as you do. Your competitors have exactly the same issues with lead times that you do. So number one, you're not on your own. And number two, always tell the truth. However, what I'm about to give you now is a little bit of framework which will allow you to use framing of lead times to a better degree. Because if someone rings you up and asks you what your lead time is, and you give them a lead time, let's say it's 26 weeks, especially as an initial inquiry, what's going to happen is that person is going to put you on the shelf, 26 weeks. Then they're going to ring somebody else. What's your lead time? 20 weeks. They'll ring someone else. What's your lead time? 33 weeks. They're now going to decide on which product to buy based on a lead time. The unfortunate thing about that is they don't know how awesome you are yet. So from a sales perspective, I like to put the autonomy back on the customer. The first thing to ask and get clear is how urgent is the situation? For example, if someone is buying a piece of equipment, and I still sell equipment as a bit of a side hustle, but if someone's buying a piece of equipment, one of my first questions is, and what's the urgency based on that piece of equipment? And if the urgency level is, well, the urgency is not high, for example, they have something that they can use, then my next question is going to be, great, Mr. Customer. So based on what you know about worldwide global shortages at the moment, based on what you know, if you stick your head out the window and have a bit of a sniff around in regards to supply chain and delays across the board, what is your expectations? What do you think is a fair and reasonable lead time in regards to the product that you're inquiring about? And the customer will actually tell you what they believe is a fair and reasonable time frame. And what I find invariably, the time frame that they're giving you is longer than the lead time that you're actually having to experience as a manufacturer. So lead times are not something that you need to be scared of. Now, once you've got that expectation from the customer, I would park that conversation and I'd be going on to something else. I'd be saying, okay, well, that sounds reasonable. And then I would go through my conventional sales process before I got to the end, when the pricing and the lead time issue can then be raised and mentioned to your customer as part of the end of the sales process. But by then, you will have built up status, you would have built up expertise, you would have built up desire for the product, so that a lead time is virtually irrelevant. So that's number one in regard lead times. Now, some companies at the moment have lead times that I'm aware of that are out to 18 months to 2 years. So how do you handle that? Because that's a long time, right? And I like to use the scarcity frame. Yes, scarcity, even after 18 months and 2 years. And so I'd be saying to customers, hey, look, Mr. Customer, yep, the lead time's 18 months and it's a very popular product and we're selling more every day. And if you want to get delivery in 18 months, then really need to know within the next 7 days, because by then it could be out to 2 years or even longer. So it's important that you give me your purchasing decision just as soon as possible so we can lock you in. So to all the salespeople out there, lead times, use it to your advantage. Don't be fearful. Tell the truth. From my sales heart to yours, remember, a sales fit business is a healthy business. Catch you next time.